I'm Dr. T, and welcome to my home office. Today I'm talking about a book, this guy, Napoleon's Buttons. So the goal of this book is to look at society, culture, history, and look at how chemistry has affected that. So the opening narrative to the book, which the author readily admits is way too good of a story to be true, so almost entirely false, but it's a good story. The argument is with Napoleon's invasion of Russia, the soldiers under Napoleon's command had coats. Those coats had buttons. Those buttons were made of tin, and in cold weather, tin becomes brittle and breaks. So the thought is Napoleon lost because his soldiers couldn't keep their buttons, or the buttons would break, and the soldiers couldn't keep their coats shut. And yeah, there's a whole lot more going on to why Napoleon couldn't invade Russia. But with that said, a lot of the other stories in the book are a lot more grounded and are actually legit. And once again, the author clearly admits that the Napoleon button story is almost certainly, shall we say, way too simplistic of a narrative. So he goes through several, I think it's a he, Penny Lacour and J. Burreson are the authors. So they. Anyways, the authors go through a series of different chemicals such as glucose, synthetic dyes, etc. that fundamentally changed the nature of the world and really made things different for us. Now, I will point out a couple of things. The book is a little bit out of date in some respects. Of course, the one that caught me immediately was when they talked about flavors and, there are 4 flavors and they are regionally located on the tongue. There's at least 5 flavors, although at the time of writing of the book, which is the early thousands, I suspect, I don't remember when, unami, I think it's pronounced. My Japanese is as bad as my French. But that hadn't really come out yet. So at that time, okay, that's legit. The regional location on the tongue, yeah, no. We've known that's a myth for years. Obviously, these folks aren't, I have no idea what discipline would deal with that, but they're obviously not that. So do take it with a slight grain of salt. It's a little bit out of date, but otherwise not bad. Now, other thought on this book is it actually does a really good job of explaining the chemistry behind this one. This is one that is in many respects meant to be picked up by a layperson with maybe just a little bit of chemistry background, not a ton, and definitely be understandable. If someone was instructing a class, chemistry and culture, chemistry and society, something for non-science majors, this would make an excellent book. Because it goes through the chemistry as well as, why this is important. So it's done very well. Definitely kind of from an organic chemistry focus, which of course makes sense. So yeah, definitely a book. Strongly recommend. Pick up Napoleon's Buttons. This is a classic. So talk to you later.